Good morning, students. Welcome back. I'm here with part 2 of chapter 7 Urban Administration. In this podcast, we will learn about the community protest. Yasmin Khala offered kebabs to children. Jahangir ate his kebabs at top speed and asked a question. Yasmin Khala, where does the garbage that the municipal corporation collects go to? This question has an interesting answer. As you know, you can usually find garbage lying all over the street. Earlier, even our neighborhood used to have the garbage lying all over. And if this remains uncollected, it attracts dogs, rats, and flies. Also, people get ill from the smell. At one point, things became so bad that children even stopped playing cricket in the streets. Yasmin Khala continued. The women were very unhappy about the situation and even came to me for advice. I said I could try and speak with some officer in the department, but I wasn't sure how long it would take. Then it was Gangabai who said that it is the ward councillor who we should go to and protest since we are the ones who elected him. She gathered a small group of women and went to his house. They began shouting slogans in front of his house, and he came out and asked them what was wrong. Gangabai described the situation in the locality to him. He promised to go with them the next day to meet the commissioner. He asked Gangabai to get a petition signed by all of the adults in the locality, saying that garbage was not being collected. He suggested that taking the local sanitation engineer with them the next day might be a good idea. The sanitation engineer could also speak with the commissioner and tell him how bad the situation was. The next morning, a large group of women and the ward councillor and the sanitation engineer went to the municipal corporation office. The commissioner met with this large group and began giving excuses, saying that the corporation did not have enough trucks. But Gangabai smartly replied, "But you seem to have enough trucks to collect garbage from the rich localities." After this, the commissioner said that he would take care of it immediately, and Gangabai threatened that if it was not done in 2 days, a larger group of women would protest in front of the corporation, said Yasmin Khala. "So did the streets get cleaned?" asked Rehana. "Well, not within 2 days, but then, after another larger and more noisy protest, the sanitation service in this locality became more regular." The children enjoyed hearing Gangabai's story immensely. They had sensed that Gangabai was much loved and respected, and now they understood why. They got up and thanked Khala for answering their questions. And then, before they left, Rehana said, "Oh, I have one last question, Khala. the two dustbins that we have at home now, are they also Gangabai's idea? Khala said no. The municipal corporation was the one who suggested that we do this to help keep our streets clean. When we sort our garbage, it reduces their work. One thing that Yasmin Khala did not mention to the children was that in recent times, in order to save money, the commissioners of several municipalities across the country had hired private contractors to collect and process garbage. This is called subcontracting. This means that the work that was earlier being done by government workers is now being done by a private company. These contract workers get paid less and their jobs are temporary. Collecting garbage is also quite dangerous job, and often these contract workers do not have any safety measures and are not taken care of if they are injured while working. Dear students, kindly read about the city of Surat, in which you will get to know how one of the dirtiest cities in India turned out as the cleanest cities in India.